Good evening. My name is Dr. Ahimsa Porter Soongchai. I'm the founder, director, and principal investigator of the Hunters Point Biomonitoring Foundation, and I am recording this video in support of the Justice40 Accelerator and all of the help that it gave us as a startup in 2021. We were very honored to be selected to be one of the nonprofits and community-based organizations that the Justice40 Accelerator chose for its cohort in 2021. And being selected to participate in the Justice40 Accelerator was really a very, very timely, if not magical, event, because there is the saying that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. We were again a startup in March of 2021 as a nonprofit, and I'm trained as a medical doctor. I've owned businesses and have some background in administration, but this was my first nonprofit endeavor, and we had, kind of reached a point where we needed some fine-tuning and mentorship and a little old-fashioned love and support to help spur us on to a higher level of performance, particularly in the areas of fundraising. We started out with some funding from some crowdsourced funding sources, GoFundMe, and then the initial activities of the foundation were supported by my medical practice. What we do at the Hunters Point Community Biomonitoring Program is we offer urinary toxicological screenings capable of detecting up to 35 toxic elements, as well as deficiencies in important nutrients, which we find very, very commonly in communities that are isolated or located in food deserts. And we started up the screening program in 2019, but in 2021, we were certified by the California Secretary of State as a 501c3 nonprofit. We benefited from funding initially by the David and Lucille Packard Foundation, and then we received some small grants from other donors. But the Justice40 Accelerator helped us in many ways. The most important way it helped us, and I've emphasized this in the past when I talk about the ways the accelerator benefited us, was in helping me navigate the SAM.gov process. There were some technical problems that occurred, and effectively the physical and the mailing address of the foundation were transposed, and it just created a lot of problems, and I had a lot of difficulty correcting it. I tend to be someone known for their perseverance. I've been a doctor for 40 years, and I just celebrated my 71st birthday, but there were times when I got so frustrated with the SAM.gov process that I just abandoned it. So again, one of the most important things that the accelerator did, in addition to the funding, the $25,000 of unrestricted funding can be very significant especially for a startup nonprofit. And then additionally, helping me navigate the SAM.gov process really put me in the foundation in a position to go forward and look at federal funding sources. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a tour of the office. This is our new location. We relocated in March of this year as a result of some of the funding opportunities that we gained through the Accelerator. We were awarded a $250,000 grant that had funds that were unrestricted. So in December and January, when the community clinic that we operated in a high-risk area of the neighborhood next to federal Superfund sites and in a coastal area was hit by the atmospheric storms, we had property damage to the windows, and there was a ceiling collapse, and the hazards to the public required that we physically shut down. We continued some of our online activities, and I did a heck of a lot of writing during that period. But again, because we were in a better financial state as a result of the Accelerator's help, we were able to literally weather that storm and relocate to an office that is more beautiful and scenic and safe. And believe it or not, it costs us less in overhead costs than we were paying for a property that was very, very old, and clearly, wasn't safe, for extreme weather events, which are increasing. So I'm going to take you into the office now, and let's see, I'm going to switch that around like that. So here's our motto: Hunters Point Biomonitoring Program, protect, detect, prevent. This is my office. This is furniture that I collected over the years. Some of it is antique. That's my old microscope. This is my photo that President Obama sent me. It's President Obama and Bo. That was sent from the White House. I'm very proud of it. This is my mentor, Dr. Carlton Benjamin Goodlett. He called me into his office one day. I was working for him for a neighborhood community newspaper that serves the Black community. And he said, you should go to medical school. And it was like an old Jedi mind trick. I went to medical school, and when I graduated, he was next to me. That's an invitation from my medical school graduation. That's me. And you're looking out into beautiful Candlestick Cove. We're located in an area on the southeast coastline of San Francisco that creates almost a half moon bay effect. It's a cove. In back of us is a large hill. And it's a very, very safe and a very scenic location. As you can see, that's a Impressionist-inspired African seascape. That's Stanford Chapel, one of my favorite photos. And we're gonna head on back to the main treatment area. That's our air filter. We keep it on continuously, even though we're in a safer area. This air quality still is affected, and intermittently the signal will go up to deep red or purple. So we keep that on continuously. Exam table. We got some new tech equipment. This is our tech area. These are some of our mappings that we have done when we conduct a urinary screening. This is the screening kit. We detect chemicals that are often radioactive or carcinogenic, and we are detecting the element, so it's a biomarker. And some of the chemicals we're detecting include uranium, cesium, thallium, strontium, cadmium, cobalt, plutonium, and platinum. And this is a map that shows where people live who have these chemicals in their bodies in concentrations that exceed what is allowable. Again, none of these chemicals are safe. for human exposure. And we refer people for specialty care. I just had a lady who went all the way to Mexico to get a therapy. So I hope that I've given you a tour of the Hunters Point Community Biomonitoring Program. That's the Stanford medical class. That's the Stanford helicopter. I was a emergency doctor on the Stanford helicopter. And so I'm gonna say thank you again for being with me. Thank you to the Justice40 Accelerator and everyone who gave us so much love and maternal attention and helped us grow and helped us, weather a storm that may have in other circumstances shut down a startup nonprofit like ours. So have a great evening.